What's up guys, Shouri here, and today we are playing Hua Ling. She's an absolute animal ever since she got buffed in the last update, and I've really enjoyed playing her ever since I got back to the game. And it is one of those characters that it really did get a huge buff by having just a little bit of extra health and a little bit of extra damage. The reason this helps so much is one, Neon is meta. That gives a lot of extra armor, which made it to where without the damage buff, she wasn't hitting heads for a one tap, and that is a problem. The thing that makes Hua Ling so great is she can kill flankers so easily, and she can just do a lot of damage to things like healers and anything that can basically die to a sniper. She can do a huge amount of damage in that medium to small range, which makes her perfect for a map like this. A lot of people end up playing really cautious with her and go by a wall and they'll just poke out and shoot. I hate that. She is made to be a flanker, baby. What you want to do is use your invisibility and then stay inside of it. That'll give you the extra speed boost, and it'll basically just make it to where you can get around the map and then end up getting next to people, and then you can take your shots. You can also take a ton more risk because you know as soon as you get to half health, you just get out with your invisibility, use your extra speed boost to end up going and getting more health, or if you have a good team like I do this game, you can just end up staying in the pocket and getting those kills. Right here, we got it 99-0. We had already won the first round, and now it's just overtime. All we got to do is end up hitting a couple shots, and we're good to go. Luckily, even though I can't hit anything for my entire life, we do distract them enough to make them get away from the hill, and my teammates do a great job. We go 11-1. Shout out to Dumpy for being an absolute god when it comes to healing. Sometimes solo gives you great teammates. I mean, that's great. But sometimes it doesn't. That's this game. So what we are doing here is getting just absolutely drilled. So we do what I said, where you get back and you play more cautious. You go with your invisibility and that speed boost. You get the heal and then you get out into a different spot. That way people don't know where you are and you can really get that surprise on your side. Right there, we realized that we weren't hitting our shots, so we needed to get out of there. Since we had no more element of surprise, basically, it's just really smart to reset. You don't want to play a wall-peeking Judix. Again, right here, we go invisible. We stay it until we can get into a good spot. We get around onto that Gloria, and we take a prediction shot onto that Judix that was just beautiful. I almost didn't shoot it because it was a cluttered area and arrows get caught easily, so I wasn't sure about it, but glad I did now. And then we hit a ton of headshots there on half shots, so it didn't kill him instantly, but we finally do end up getting him. And right here, I'm staying back, that way no one can flank around us like that Aletta tried to, and we can shoot these shots from pretty far away. We don't really want to make it easy on them, so it's really good to be that anchor for your team and get some damage out, even if it's body shots in the long range, and then make sure that no flankers can get behind him, since you are going to be the easiest thing in the world to kill flankers, maybe other than something like a Scotty. So it's really nice to be back there and make sure your team's good. Right there, we go ahead and kill the first one. We know that that guy was low, so I went ahead and started aiming for where his time travel would be, and that's how we got him. And then we just aim up and end up getting that Christina. We go invisible here because, I mean, we're absolutely screwed if we don't. I let it go for the full course. That way my teammates can kind of get to me and help me. And then we were good, and then the guy just killed me from up top. I mean, what are you going to do? Didn't see him. Rough. But again, we are just trying to make sure we get this Aletta since we have the best shot at killing him. And we do get a little bit of help from our Kazama. And now it's our full team just going in and just trying to clean stuff up. We go ahead and take out the shields for our team because, I mean, snipers do a ton of damage. You're really good at taking the shields out. It's always good to just get those extra bullets off, especially on something that doesn't have to reload like a Hua Ling. And right here, our entire objective is just make sure we don't die to this Aletta and try to get him if we can. And then I saw the Gloria, so I tried to take him. Sadly, I couldn't, but then we do a nice spin turn onto that Aletta and showed him who's boss. Luckily, my Jabali was able to get in there and get the cart for the win. Right here, we got absolutely obliterated. I was playing Mark, and it wasn't working at all. And the reason for that is my teammates weren't doing a ton of damage at the time, so I needed to switch to something that can get those one-shot kills. So I switched to Hua Ling. Since we're in a smaller range part of the map, it seems to be a little bit better than Osa sometimes, so we went with it, and it is totally paying off. Right here, I realized with the Christina and then you having that tank, I was screwed, so I go ahead and get out with my invisibility, and then I regain my armor and come back strong as possible. And then after getting those kills, we do run around a little bit, and then we get behind him again, because Hua Ling is a flanker, guys. Just because she can do good at long range, she is the best at medium and shorter range, and she has that invisibility with the super speed, and it just lasts so long. You can really get behind people without them having any idea where you're at. Plus, you can see through walls at level 10, which is just a huge advantage when you're trying to flake around because you know exactly where to go. Right there, I was just missing shots somehow. I actually don't know how. And then we do end up hitting the headshot, but sadly he had the neon armor, so it didn't kill him. Right here, I figure I'll just go around, and I know that he's right here, so I have to be careful. Luckily, we were able to end up getting the Christina for that 10 streak and win the game. Right here, we do end up shooting that Gloria in the back, and then the guy wall peeking on the left, we were able to kill him, and then we make that guy run away at half. Luckily, we got a fort with us, and so I kind of want to separate myself from the fort to try to get them to kind of like have to choose between the different targets, and it ended up not working out because I couldn't hit a shot for my life. No clue why, but luckily for me, I did have some teammates that at least did a little bit of damage. So right here, I am able to go in, and instead of going for that Gloria, I end up going to kill the healer, use my invisibility to run away, and then I get in a better position. Now the Gloria has to chase me, and now it's on my terms. So even though my teammates actually didn't do anything, it still worked out. And right here, we do have our mark coming through, giving us the 5, and now we can rotate around. Our teammates are going for the cart, allowing us to go ahead and sit here and just pick off heads. Luckily for me, I saw the guy above us and below us with our level 10 passive, getting that streak, and then we lost the game because my teammates did absolutely nothing that entire game. But on this one, we did at least try on the defense. And right here, we are going to try to do our best to keep line of sight from the people that are on the left over there, and then just wait for that tank to come out where I could shoot him. Since he wasn't doing that, I decided to just poke out and go for the guys on that left side. And right here, we are now going to go for the tank's shields, trying to help our teammate that's over there, and then we end up hitting him with a headshot, so our shell gets an easy kill. First, we go ahead, kill the Judex, then we get the Christina. Remember, you're gonna miss shots on Hua Ling, especially at long range, but you can shoot a ton of them, and it's always okay. Remember, if you miss a shot, it happens. Even if you think you should have it, just keep going, and just try to remember the last shot doesn't matter, the next one matters. So just take a deep breath if you're getting frustrated, or even switch to a different hero. If you're not having your shots land, there's no point in just keeping going. You can always switch to something different and then come back to Hua Ling in a different game. Something that I've learned has really helped with both Osus and Hua Ling. If you're not on fire and just things aren't working out, sometimes it's best to just kind of take a deep breath, reset, play a comfort character that you're good at, whether it be like Osus or Hunter or Aletta, whatever it is you're good at and the best at, just play that for a couple games, get that confidence back, and then come back out. Especially on characters like Osus and Hua Ling, you have to have that confidence because you have to put yourself in positions where if you don't make the shot, you're probably going to die. So make sure you got the confidence to hit him. But that is going to lead to the next thing I want to talk about. Please do not camp with this hero. This hero is meant to be in the mix. If you get in trouble, like I am definitely in right now, you just go invisible, you use it with your speed boost. I had 400 health, got to the health pack, back with my teammates, and that's because I put myself in a dangerous situation that benefited my team in a huge way. and then I was able to get out of that dangerous situation because that is what Hua Ling's all about, especially after it got that health boost, because now you got even more of a buffer to screw up. So you can just go invisible and do your thing right there. I was going to run away, but after I ended up getting hit with the neon ult, there's no shot I'm running away. Right there, the stupid Gloria threw his pyramid behind me, so I felt I couldn't go through. And right here, knowing this guy's on the other side, luckily I was able to outsmart him. And then I just give up on the Judex at this point because I know he's going to be there, but I knew I could kill the Mark and then get the Neon, and the Neon was a more valuable target. And honestly, if I can kill the Neon, it's worth it to let the Judex kill me. I could have also got like a lucky shot on him, so it ended up being what I thought was the best idea. Right there, we do flick it onto the Mark and almost get him, and then we do end up saving our teammate in the back. Sadly, the Fade then killed him, but like, that sucks. Luckily, we were able to distract their tank and Mark like way back in our spawn because those guys care more about their kill death ratio than they do about helping their team win, which I am more than happy to let them do that. And right here, we go in after killing the tank. Thank God I had some help from my team, and my Neon gives me my boost shields. Now we are going in to try to help them. The Mark is still trying to get in our back because he doesn't care about helping his team. He only wants to get that KD up. He wants to go get some surprise kills on people who aren't expecting him because he's a terrible player who just wants to get his KD up. It is so common, and guess what? Everyone sees what you're doing, and no one cares at all that you have a KD that doesn't suck. Because the funny thing is, even the people who do this still have pretty bad KDs. That's the funny part. But what's really impressive is you, I don't know, helping your team win. That's nice. But sadly, people don't really care about that. And we are going to go around right here and just try to do what we can to put some damage in. But we are in a horrible state on health, so we do have to be careful here. And the second I see that ult, I'm just like, okay, getting out of here with invisibility. And then I see that we have that guy behind us, and I don't know that our teammates are going to be paying attention to him, so I did my best to make sure I got the Mark. It didn't work out at first, but luckily, at the last second, we do sweep snipe him with like 400 health left. And then I know they've already used their Neon ult, so I go in using my ult. The Osis used his at the same time, and that stops them to end round one. Right there, we take a ton of damage up front at the start. We use our invincibility to get out of it. And like I said, this character is a flanker. You want to put yourself in some bad situations because you can get yourself out of them. And then we go ahead and take out the Mark, outsmarting him, he kind of really had to go for that heal, but, I mean, we were in position to take him. Right there, the wall peeker gets absolutely obliterated, and then I go ahead, hit the Christina with the feathers, and then we use our invisibility to back up. He goes for the people in the middle, and we get him. Again, I am just going to go ahead and pre-fire onto that little ledge. That way, anyone up there that wants to go into it will have to hit my bullets, and instead, they choose not to, which is great for me because, not going to lie to you, just basically makes it to where we win because they can't go out. And we don't really have that far to go because that horrible, horrible Mark that only cares about his KD just kind of let us do whatever we wanted, so that was nice of him. Right here, we do get shot by that Mark, and then we go for him, and we use our ult on a single person because I didn't like him for doing that to his team. Not even gonna lie to you. I only ulted him because of what he did to his team. And because I'm not big on bullying individual players, I won't show you the end screen because, yeah, that Mark sucks, but you don't need to know who he is. I mean, we all know who that guy is. Like, I mean, we know there's a ton of them. But luckily, we get in trouble here. We go back around. We hit the feathers on the guy after we get the heal. And we are able to take the healer out from it. We immediately take out that tank. And now I see my team is getting hit hard by a Gatlin. So I go over to help them. And they kill him before I get there. So that's great. But we get hit by the longest range Jabali move ever, and we go ahead, get invisible, get in position to be able to take out the healer, and then I go over here to try to get behind to try to help, and we do kill the Scotty from it. Last guy is going to be the Jabali, which we do end up hitting, and now we are basically just going to keep watching this side of the street. If they come through the right, we got people over there, and they'll kind of let us know, and I totally missed that one guy that I just saw there, and then right here, we hit the headshot, but just not enough. How rough. But you know what's never rough? Jordy's thumbnails. The guy is the best thumbnail maker in the game. Thank you so much for this beautiful masterpiece, buddy. I appreciate it. And I hope you all enjoyed this video, and have a great day.